friends, welcome back to our Philippines series. Today we're tackling the iconic island of Bohol, land of chocolate hills and tiny tarsiers. Will it live up to the hype or fall short? Stick around to the end for our honest opinion. Now let's go. After one day in Manila, we headed to Bohol. We were ready for some island vibes, and our friends that we met in Thailand were joining us in Bohol, so we were really excited to see them again. Bohol actually started off pretty good until things went a bit downhill. But let's start with the good. All right, today we're going to get a bike and check out some of the beaches and snorkeling spots around Panglao Island. The last couple days we just spent really adjusting to the Philippines and working. We haven't explored a ton of Panglao or Bohol. So yeah, that's on the agenda for today. I think we found our bike. We just have to figure out how much it costs. Our first stop was Napaling Reef. This place was insane. You can snorkel right off the shore through a massive sardine run, and there's corals and tropical fish all around. You are required to get a guide, but honestly, you don't really need one because it's a roped off area. But our guide was cool. He got videos of us and he showed off his free diving skills. How many sardines did you see? At least one?
At least one.
At least like 5. We also checked out this cafe with a co-working space. And we finished off our day at the Nest, which is a super popular sunset spot in the mangroves. And just so you know, it gets extremely crowded and there's an entry fee. So you might be better off going to a free sunset spot somewhere. Since Alona Beach is actually really popular with Korean tourists, there's a ton of Korean restaurants. Once it like does the thing, it'll unstick. Yeah. So today we're gonna go see the chocolate hills and the Tarsier sanctuary here in Bohol. These are basically the biggest things to do here in Bohol. And I was supposed to go with George and our 2 friends, but George woke up feeling really sick. He's been coughing all night, so he's just going to take it easy today. And I will go with our 2 friends. We've rented a car and a driver, so he's gonna take us. I'm still really excited to see the Tarsiers. I'm mostly here for the Tarsiers. I'll miss George, but that's okay. Okay, we're here. We just got out of the car. It is full of tourists. think this side is the nicest view, for sure.
So,
Are you guys ready for Tarsiers?
so when we go in, they said that we're not allowed monopod selfie sticks, flash photography, food, drink, or noise. So
Okay.
pretty like hardcore.
Okay. All right, fair. I thought the Tarsiers would be in cages, but they're just out here.
Yeah, they've made little homes for them, but then
They're just hanging out. The Tarsiers are super cute, and they do live up to the hype, but the park itself is super crowded. So it's a little bit difficult to enjoy the cuteness of the Tarsiers when you're in line with 10 or 20 other people trying to take a photo. Also, Tarsiers are nocturnal, so most of them were asleep when we were there, and you're meant to be quiet when you're seeing them, but with this many people in the park, the noise is just inevitable, and I ended up feeling bad for the Tarsiers because I don't think they're getting the best sleep. Our driver also took us to this bonus park with various oddities and some butterflies and more animals. I'm not really sure what we were doing there, but I got to hold a sugar glider, so that was super cool. We ended with a quick cruise and a swim in the Lubbock River.
hello.
Hello, Cash and George from the edit over here. So our overall thoughts on Bohol. If you don't have that much time in the Philippines, I would just skip it entirely.
Or spend one night.
Yeah, you could spend like one night there. The Chocolate Hills and Tarsiers are cool, but it's also very crowded.
I was also really sick, so I didn't get to do any of the fun tourist stuff.
Right,
I missed everything. I was just in the Airbnb dying.
That kind of put a damper on things a little bit. I feel like Bohol didn't make the best impression on us. Maybe there's other parts of Panglao Island or Bohol that you could go explore, but we just didn't really have the time or the energy from being sick.
The whole town is like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
There's really not much to do. There's a lot of Korean food
Yes.
and Chinese food, so
There
if
is,
you want that,
yeah.
there's like no shortage.
Yeah, I would recommend it if you're maybe a Korean family or a Chinese family, because it seems like there's a lot of things for families to do. But yeah, other than that,
Nope.
Let us know in the comments if you like this type of honest review, and subscribe to see our next spot, which ended up being our favorite place in the Philippines.